Bless me, Father, for I've just killed quite a few men.
No shit.
Desperado coming up next. Welcome back to Nerd is the New Cool. I am Justin. Join with me is my co-host, who still is surprised and shocked that Bucho was in fact El Mariachi's brother, Mr. John
Totally surprised.
Lambert.
Every single time it gets me. I never remember it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and our extra special guest we've had on here quite a few times, and he is not from Mexico, Mr. Pascal Gonzalez.
Hey, what's up? Honored to be here as always.
Hey man, we're so happy to have you. We've talked about you before on the show, and we've obviously had you on the show before, but we just kind of thought this is a show, this is a movie that we all grew up watching together. And when we asked you, I mean, a couple months ago, like what'd be an episode you want to talk about, I think this was on the short list, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this has been my one of my favorite movies of all time, and I refresh. I don't know how often exactly, but yeah, quite a bit. So I love this movie. It holds up, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, can you remember the first time that you saw this? So it's kind of tough to go back in time.
Sure, man.
30 years. This is the Desperado 30-year anniversary.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is kind of a fond memories that I had. This is during my times of going across the street with Pierce Pritchard, and like not quite sneaking in. Like we buy tickets for a PG-13 movie, and then we'd like sneak into Desperado. I think I saw it three times in the at the Esquire
Yeah.
at the bright age of the young age of 15.
I was going to say we were what, freshmen in high school, I would imagine,
Yeah,
right?
We
14,
would have been
15. Yeah,
15, yeah.
yeah.
Lambert, do you recall the first time you saw this?
I don't recall. I don't believe I saw this in the theater. And based on like anecdotal like memories, I'd have to say it was probably a video rental in the year. It was either 96 or 97. I
Hmm.
Well
only
done.
say
Well,
97 is because I was really into this soundtrack. The soundtrack is fucking amazing. I was listening to it today, most of the day, during my junior year when I was, oddly enough, and this is how I remember this when I was dating Francis. I was really into this soundtrack, so I had to have seen it around that time, which would have been 97,
such a
because
good
I
time.
was,
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't recall the first time I watched this. I just remember this always being a movie. This is very similar like an Evil Dead, where I know I watched it at friends' houses. I'm sure I watched it at, I mean, good chance both your houses. Most definitely
decent
watched
chance.
definitely watched
Definitely Kegel's house. Yeah,
Kegel's
oh yeah,
house. That's actually what I put down is most likely I started to watch this at Kegel's house for the first.
most likely, yeah.
Well, no, so now how did you rewatch it, Pascal?
How?
Yeah, how? What did you have the DVD? Did you have the
Oh well, so I had the VHS tape. It was one of my favorites. It actually lasted. I think it eventually died. Not from watching it too much, but like in my dad's basement.
It
Years
just disintegrated.
just sitting there. It's probably still there. It's just in powder, but like it's probably just dust. But like that, and then after that, just streaming. Whenever, like I said, I refresh it quite a bit, and so yeah, streaming wherever. Prime, probably Prime Video. It's my go-to. So
It's on Amazon. Yeah.
I was
yeah.
going to ask,
I'm
is that how you watched it, Lambert? Amazon?
Yeah, I didn't take the time. I'm fairly certain I own this DVD because this is
Oh,
one of those that I would
I
own.
know I do. I just gotta find it.
Yeah, I just couldn't find it.
Well, I'm
Because
only asking because I watched it on Pluto TV. It was free,
okay,
Oh,
but
okay.
I had to have commercials because I'm cheap, and I don't want to spend $4 on the Amazon on the Amazon rental. Nor did I also want to go downstairs and find the DVD of it. So it was kind of a
Yeah.
situation of convenience and cheapness. Um, so this is part of what we call Robert Rodriguez's Mexican trilogy. So, or Mexico trilogy. So, um, Lambert, I'm curious, had you seen? I just want to. I don't want to assume. We've all seen the other two, right? We've all seen El Mariachi and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
unfortunately.
Ye- yes. Um, I El Mariachi probably only once, so I don't really recall anything from it. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, probably only once or twice, but that was more recently, so I do recall some of it.
What about you,
But
Pastor?
this is the best one.
So this is one of those things we probably talk about later in the episode about like nerding out. So I had watched El Mariachi earlier in the earlier '90s, I guess, not knowing what it was a part of or whatever. I had just watched it. I mean, you know me, I'm like a deep dive guy. Like without meaning to, I know these random, very obscure movies. So I had watched El Mariachi before. The Desperado was a thing. And then I watched the Once Upon a Time in Mexico just out of curiosity, and like that's why I say unfortunately. I loved El Mariachi, and when Desperado came out, I didn't even know it was part of the series, but it was one of those that meme with Leo DiCaprio when he's like looking at TV going oh,
Pointing at it, yeah.
dude, like that was me. That was me when I realized it was part of the series, and I was like, oh my god. That's really cool. Once Upon a Time is a very unfortunate decision that they made.
Yeah, I mean, well, what's fascinating is that and we can kind of work backwards, but talking about the connection of Desperado El Mariachi, what I found interesting, and I remember this happening, but upon watching Desperado, I recall from the first time there's that scene that goes back in time, and he gets shot in the hand,
Yeah,
and you're like, who the fuck is that guy, and why
it's a
is he
different
not?
Bucho.
No, that's not even Bucho. That
Yeah,
that is
it's like a different guy. Yeah,
That's another guy, and I'm like, who the fuck's this guy? And we never even see him in the movie. And I was like, this seems like they cut this accidentally, and oops, we forgot to we left that in on not on purpose. But what they did was they actually reshot the conclusion, basically this like the ending of El
right.
Mariachi, because that's what happens with a different actor who appears in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Um,
And Justin, that moment was my Leo DiCaprio moment
yeah,
because it was like I've seen this before. Wait a second, like line by line, I've seen this before, and I was like, holy crap! And then I had to go back and like somehow find the cassette tape for El Mariachi, in Blockbuster or whatever to kind of like, it was really cool. It was a really cool moment, even fleeting, but it was a I probably should have known that it was part of the series somehow, but yeah, that was cool. I agree with you. It was really cool that they reshot like scene by scene.
I know. It's such an odd thing, and like you don't really realize it until after the fact. You're like, wait a minute, that feels like that's out of place. And that's because it kind of is. So El Mariachi comes out in 1992. It's translated The Musician, and it's it's considered an American independent neo-Western action film, and it's basically the first. Well, obviously, it's the part of the saga that known as Robert Rodriguez's Mexico trilogy, but it's the first feature-length film of Robert Rodriguez. Um, it cost just over $7,000 to make the original film.
That's
That's
amazing.
fucking nuts. Like that's probably what they spend at the craft food table now for like one like 2 or 3 days, or maybe even one day. Who knows?
Oh.
It actually inspired Robert Rodriguez to write a book called Rebel Without a Crew, also, or how a 23-year-old filmmaker with $7,000 became a Hollywood player. And I don't know if you guys knew this. I only found this out last night. In 2011, El Mariachi was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the United States National Film Registry for being, quote, culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. And it also was recognized by the Guinness World Records as the lowest budgeted film ever to gross $1 million at the box office. Now, I'm not a math person, but well, I kind of am sometimes. But if it's roughly $7,000 and it made $1 million, like what is that ROI? Is that like 1,000%?
It's
Yeah, it's
pretty
a
good.
16, it's like a 17th or 16th. Yeah, I mean you're like
It's nuts,
that's crazy.
crazy. Um, you mentioned. Oh, by the way, this is a fun thing about Desperado, which comes out in '95, 3 years later. That film that we're going to talk about today cost $7 million, which is roughly 7,000 times the amount of the original Air Mariachi. And then just
Yeah, that's funny. That's a good
yeah.
factor right there.
The last thing, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, this movie comes out in 2003. I know we want to put that to bed. I know Pascal doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, we can
But,
talk about it. No, we can deep dive into it. I'm
No.
very opinionated about it though.
well, let me just give you this quick synopsis. I don't think we're ever going to talk about this movie, so we might as well mention it now. It was Antonio Banderas again. It's his final performance as El Mariachi, and in this film, he is recruited by CIA agent Sheldon Sands, who's played by Johnny Depp, to kill a corrupt general responsible for the death of his wife, Carolina, who is played by
Selma
Selma.
Hayek. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember it coming out with mixed reviews. I definitely saw this in the theaters. I
Yeah.
was pretty jazzed up for it.
Me too.
But
Pretty sure I did.
I recall Johnny Depp being very good, but I also recall being annoyed that Selma Hayek wasn't in it very much. And I
It's
feel
just
like
a memory.
I know, and
Yeah,
I feel
apart
like
from like flashback scenes, and that was it. Yeah.
it was like a full jump ahead. I don't know. That was my opinion. Watch. It's been a long time since I've watched it. So Pascal, share your hot takes in this movie real quick.
All right, my hot takes for this one, I'll boil it down to this is my Batman and Robin of Robert Rodriguez, right? Like, everybody's hyped up. We got a good fan base. We did solid. Let's just throw every star we can afford with this new inflated budget. You know, you got Mickey Rourke, you got Johnny Depp, you got all the comebacks, you got Enrique Iglesias. I mean, like, let's just pay people. And then it's a shitty script, so shitty writing, which is not characteristic. Let's just fit these big stars into this really bad story, and then literally what made Desperado and El Mariachi good were afterthoughts. Like we saw that in the flashbacks, but not in the actual storytelling in the movie. Um, I think Enrique Iglesias is a terrible actor. I think like Johnny Depp's like quirky like third arm CIA gadget thing was like a very Wild Wild West Will Smith kind of thing. It was such a disappointment. I really, like I said, this is my Batman and Robin. Like let's bring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Alicia Silverstone and George Clooney and just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. I'm just like, bleh. This is
No,
really a big letdown.
I think big part of it too is that Johnny Depp became the main character, and that's not what people wanted to see.
He was the main character.
What? Yeah.
Right. So that was kind of a letdown. And apparently they interviewed Rodriguez, and on his DVD commentary, he said it was intentional. And he said he wanted this to be the good, the bad, and the ugly of the trilogy. It grossed 98 million. It was had a budget of around 29 million, so it made a ton of money, or at least it tripled its money.
Yeah.
But I think it's a movie that's definitely forgotten.
Yeah. It's also like, what's the year of release? Like,
Oh, three.
yeah, I mean, it's, quality. And then I think a lot of that had to do with the hype. Like a lot of people like us were like, oh my God, finally they're making another chapter and let's go see this. And so anyway, I'm sure there's people that liked it. I just,
You're not one of them.
I'm not one of them.
Let's talk about a new style of filmmaking that I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. A style of filmmaking I newly learned about that is not new. And I'm curious, have you heard of this term? It's called gun fu.
Yeah. So,
No.
I guess a little bit like, kind of like it's a very niche genre, right? It's not, and I don't even know like how long that's been called that, but like when we talk about John Wick, Kill Bill, that's probably where I heard it. But I thought it was more like somebody somebody had coined that like that I knew, somebody at our level that just kind of used it, not as a term like a Google worthy term, but.
Well, so a neighbor Dave Care, guest of the show, he shared this term with me recently, and I was like, oh, that's fascinating. And as I was watching this movie, I was like, I don't know, maybe this falls in this category. And I'm curious if you guys think it does. I kind of do think it does, and upon rewatching it, I was like, there are moments where it's got styles of this. I know it's not. Well, here's what it is. It's a combination of gun and kung fu. But the idea is that the gun kind of becomes this sophisticated type. There's a sophisticated type of gunplay where it's not just like bang bang shoot 'em up. It's the gun is used in different ways. There's a lot of like behind the shoulder shooting and behind the back and like spin arounds, and it becomes like a dance when you're using guns as opposed to just I'm hiding behind something for cover, I'm shooting you like heat.
Yeah.
It's more of a it's just more of a show. And I just really I don't know. I maybe that was in the back of my head when I was watching this, and I was like, I think this has some versions of that. I know there's not as much like hand-to-hand combat that you might see in like a martial arts film, but I think it's got a little bit of characteristics of gun fu. What do you think, Lambert?
I think so. I mean, just the Tarasco bar, that one scene
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
ton of it.
There is a ton,
A ton of it. It's not the whole movie, but there's elements to every single gunfight that is that kind of showman,
Yeah.
that showman style, and that like you said, like flipping it around and shooting it behind your head and around your back and through backward through your legs and like the crazy just the norm and like the typical Hollywood clips, although I did not count the rounds, so I don't know if it was like real or not, but like there's a couple where I'm like, he still
Sure,
hasn't
sure.
reloaded yet.
The
Like,
magazines.
how is that still going? Like, but
Well,
that's that's the point.
and the irony too is that they do make that ridiculousness of like he's got 85 bullets in his chamber, but then there's like three different times where he's out of bullets and even there's like a
And it's like,
confrontation with the bookkeeper where they
right,
both
Oh,
he's
that's
like,
awesome.
pulling up
He's
guns.
finding
yeah,
it. Like, he just breaks
and
his.
they're all out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I know I felt like the definition, and this is from Wikipedia and some other sites, but it was the focus of gun fu is artistic style and the usage of firearms in ways that are not designed to be used. And I think we definitely saw that a lot throughout the course of this, and even in night fights and melee fights, which we see with
Danny Trejo.
Yeah,
I was actually going to mention that I think the introduction of somebody who's not a gunslinger in a gunslinger movie or style movie kind of forces that too. Like, right, it's using you're using pistols, he's using knives, and then it's got to be close quarters as well. And that's one of the characteristics of the gun fu, right? It's that close quarters thing. It's not
yeah.
like you said, it's not skirmishes from across the room or whatever. So yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we agree. I don't know if this is like the textbook definition of it, but at least we can talk about gun fu later on when we're doing some peak of the mountain. What do you think the body count is in this movie? Pascal, you guess first.
All right. So obviously I did my homework. So
Oh,
so
you
I
already know the answer.
well no, but hold on.
Okay.
So I'll two part this answer. So I guessed first, and I wrote it down, and then I went and did the dive trying to think. And I will say I was disappointed because I saw I was like, this has to be in the triple digits, like Total Recall style. Like this definitely. I mean, all the blood, and I think the blood in my mind kind of made me overestimate the number, just the gore. So I thought it was going to be definitely above the 100, so above the triple digits, and I was disappointed in the actual answer. So yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say it's not over 100.
it's
What's your
not.
It's not even close.
what's your guess, Lambert?
Let me think. 47.
Wow.
I'll give you a hint. It's more of a popular
God, don't even
thing
say.
right now.
If you say that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hang up and I'm not gonna come back. You're gonna finish this one without me.
I'm just doing the hand gestures. I
Don't.
know this is an audio medium, but I'm sure
Gabriel,
everyone can
Gabriel would
guess.
also Gabriel would also fire you for that.
Well, it's 67, so that was an unfortunate number to come across given what's going on in the world now.
All right.
But
Well, somewhere in the middle.
That'll
but you're
that'll go
right.
away real fast.
Well,
It's
you are
fine.
right. But to that point, though, like I also, Pascal, I really did think it'd be way higher than that. If you had said to me like, "What's the number?" Before I found the answer, I would have probably guessed like in the 90s, low hundreds.
Yeah, like my number was 110, just because I was like it's got to be over 100. I was like 110, and it was like holy crap. Nope.
Now we also don't see the battle or the end fight, so that could have like in my head like how many people.
Yeah,
Correct. You
maybe
see, he
that has to
he
do with the
shoots Bucho, and that's really the only guy that you see
Yeah.
get dropped.
well, with the one when it whites out though, you hear the gunfire.
Right.
Right. So I mean, we've already been mentioning Robert Rodriguez, who again was the writer and the director of this film. I think it's important just to kind of talk a little bit about his style because he's done a lot of films. We're going to kind of discuss them a little bit later on. But he is what is called, and this is actually what people call him, the one man film crew, because he has so many different types of roles that he serves when he's making films. So he has credits as a producer, a director, a writer, editor, director of photography, camera operator, steadicam operator, composer, production designer, visual effects supervisor, and sound editor on
So
different.
he's a control freak.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, or you could say he's very skilled, but probably a little bit of
Versatile.
Or you could, or you could probably the most accurate thing is that he seems to, and he has a clear vision on what he wants to accomplish with his movie, and he's going to make sure it gets done
yeah.
by doing everything.
Well,
Well, he's got
There's not, and there's nothing wrong with that.
he's got a very distinct style too, and it's
Yeah,
actually
that too.
it's called mariachi style, interestingly enough. But the idea is that he likes to work at night. He likes to have really quick shots. He, and that's just kind of his overall style. Likes to have a bunch of wild things that happen in films that you don't really expect. I don't know, Pascal, what do you think of when you think about a Robert Rodriguez movie?
So I don't know the guy obviously. So and I've loved the guy for a long time for his works. And I think I don't know if Control Freak, yeah, I could see it when you as soon as you said it, I was like, okay. But I think that monster was born out of necessity. I mean, the guy is a visionary. I think we can all agree he could be labeled as a visionary. And the low budget nature of his films or what the low budget that he had to work with, I guess originally back before he became so well known. How do you project that vision without doing it all yourself, right? It's like you kind of have to, right? Because with a $7,000 budget, like
Yeah.
who are you going to hire, right? Like,
Yeah, it's hard to make a feature length film for 7,000 in any situation.
Yeah, in any situation. But let alone this guy, he's like, those commercials with Tom Brady. Like, what if this guy woke up with Tom Brady's brain? Like, his life would just implode because what do you do with all that, right? So, I think Robert Rodriguez is like, I have all these ideas, and they're better than what my budget can afford, but I can do this with a camcorder, whatever. Like, uh, and I think I probably just stuck. And I'm assuming he's really hard to work with. I have no idea. I haven't read any reports of people working with him or under him or for him or whatever. But I can imagine now, he's like a Tom Brady. Like, how do you translate that to the people you're hiring?
I think that's actually why it's the former, that he just has a lot of talent and he's had to be out of necessity, like you mentioned, because I was reading a lot of stuff about him and there's really nary a negative thing said about him. Everyone seems to like working with him and then they work with him again.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he's just
does have a lot of that.
He's an artist.
Yep.
He has a lot of repeat customers.
He does.
Yep.
All right, next we have to talk about Salma Hayek. Her first screen appearance was in the television series, I'm going to butcher this, Pascal, and I apologize, Un Nuevo Amanecer.
Un Nuevo Amanecer.
Un Nuevo Amanecer. Okay.
Thank you.
Which came out in 1988. She actually won the TV Novelas Award for Best Debut Actress. Then she was selected to play the title role in Teresa, which is a show that ran from 1989 1991, also a telenova. And then she eventually made her way to the States and starred in shows like Dream On, Sinbad Show, was in a drama called Mi Vida Loca, and also the show made for Showtime thriller Road Racers, which was her first collaboration with director Robert Rodriguez. And that brings us to 1995 when she's cast in Desperado. So, Pascal.
Yes.
Salma Hayek.
Goddess.
Thoughts?
I mean, in one word, goddess.
Okay. Yeah.
That
kind of covers it.
I mean, so obviously, like beyond her looks are obviously, she's stunning, but she's also very versatile. I'm a big fan of her different roles. She like Frida Kahlo, which I'm not a huge fan of. Like it's not like I was a huge fan of the character, the person, the historical figure, I should say.
Yeah.
But she could jump into different roles. Her versatility. She's super funny. I find her really funny in comedies. But like, she can also turn it on. Like, she played an awesome villain in Savages. I think she's just amazing. Yeah, all around. Good representative of my culture.
Oh yeah, there you go. Lambert, what do you think?
I mean, they set the stage. Like it's interesting because like the first time you see her in the movie, people are crashing cars because they're staring at her.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they set the stage right off the bat.
That could have been. I mean, that could have been like a blooper for all you know, right? Like
that could have been a blooper.
I could see that happening in L.A. Like she
it could have been, hey,
boom.
Walk across the street. I'm gonna roll the camera and just see what happens.
Boom.
Like,
yeah. And I kind of forgot that scene even existed, and I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Here she comes.
Yeah.
And like for me, I think of a lot of different roles. Obviously, this is a big one, but I also think of From Dusk Till Dawn. I think that's probably the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, that might be the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Or Dogma. Dogma's another one that I definitely.
Dogma's pretty good too.
Here
That's
comes
why
the
he's
boom.
the king and you're a schmuck.
Yeah, talking like Pascal mentioned, talking about like flexing her comedic chops. She is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we're going to talk more about her later on, but let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Antonio Banderas. And so he was named originally Jose Antonio Dominguez Bandera. He was born in 1960 and eventually changed his name, I guess his stage name. He made his American film debut with the musical drama The Mambo Kings. And he's done a lot of things actually. So he also directed. He made his directorial debut with the comedy film Crazy in Alabama. He also has been on stage, and he played an Italian film director in the musical revival called Nine in 2003. He's also on TV, played Pancho Villa in the HBO television film called And starring Pancho Villa as himself, which came out in 2004. Won a ton of awards, the Cannes Film Festival Award, a Goya Award. He's been nominated for an Academy Award, Primetime Emmys, 5 Golden Globes, and a Tony Award. And the films he has been in have grossed over $7.7 billion worldwide.
That's
Now,
great.
obviously, there's some animated films in there and stuff like that, so that number is, going to be, it's nice that it's big, but it's a testament to like how I don't know, like he's become a part of culture, especially in the 90s and 2000s. So, Pascal, we'll start with you. Like, what's the first thing when I say Antonio Banderas? What's the first thing you think of?
I mean, Assassins is probably my favorite movie that I've ever seen him in.
Oh, yeah.
The next to or going starting
That
across from Sly Stallone, which is amazing.
that's the
Uh,
best Pascal answer I've ever heard in my life. Like that
I'm
is
sure.
fucking amazing.
That was
I
gonna
had to
be,
bring.
you
I had
know
to
why
bring
that's the best Pascal answer? Because that was gonna be my joke answer, and
yeah,
that's your serious answer.
yeah. That is my, I mean, Sly Stallone. I mean, come on,
Yeah, yeah,
Julian Moore. But that and then Puss in Boots, man. Like I swear, like endearing voice actor. I think everybody recognizes it. I think everybody recognizes if he wouldn't be Puss in Boots, it just wouldn't be the same.
yeah. I,
But
I
yeah,
remember,
no,
I remember when that came out. I remember thinking, what a really amazing cast.
yeah. Like how did you do that?
Yeah,
Just
and
really
like he's this little kitten, and it's like he says something. Try me
the most macho guy playing
if
the
you dare.
If you
yeah.
dare.
Yeah, that's
Right.
pretty
Those are my
brilliant.
two. Those are my two for sure. Like I think
Okay.
of him, I'm like Assassins, Puss in Boots.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Lambert?
I mean, it's got to be this,
Yeah. Okay.
and then probably Puss in Boots as well, just because we watch Shrek in this house, and
Yeah.
and it's always, do you want to see the one with with the dragon castle, or do you want to see the cat? And it's a mix between the both, but like that's how we distinguish between the two. Like, do you want to see the kitty? Yes. Okay, cool. Because
Yeah.
I like that one too, because he's great in it.
Yeah. I mean, there's two voices, and I get it, Michael Myers, yeah. But there's two voices in that saga, whether the spin-offs or the saga of Shrek itself, that if you change them, people would lose their shit. It would be Antonio Banderas and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're right.
Yep.
I get Michael Myers is Michael Myers. But if you change either one of those two, people will be like, nope, that's not Shrek. Nope, that's not Puss in Boots. Like, nope, I don't buy it. So
Yeah, but I mean, good on the film creators to like think these two are going to be so good at this role because they hadn't done a lot of that leading up to that. Certainly,
right.
Antonio Banderas hadn't.
Well, Eddie Murphy had, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so for me, I think of Desperado's number one. I probably think of I hate to say it, I probably think of Interview with the Vampire, but it's because I that's a book trilogy or
Dude,
book
like
series I grew up with.
so yeah. I mean, if we were doing Interview with a Vampire, I would say like, yeah, I watched it at Justin's house,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like
Of course.
at gunpoint.
Yeah.
Well, I did read all the books, and I know we all know that's not a very good adaptation, but that is like an immediate thing I think of.
No, it's a great one. Actually, that would be a very, I think, Pascal answer. Very deep dive. Like, what? That's the character you're looking at? Because
It's a
people
very
probably
it's a very
forget. Probably people forget that like he was in it, right?
yeah. It's also a very
Uh,
just an answer, and I also think of Four Rooms and the skit that
mm,
he's in is
we're
the
gonna
is one
we're
of the
gonna
best.
get to that later. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Four
Yeah.
Rooms, fantastic. Now, okay, so a little caveat though. I'm glad y'all Lambert called me out on the whole Assassins being a Pascal answer. I only didn't say Desperado because we're talking about Desperado, right? So if we were to say
Yeah.
we're not talking about Desperado. So what would you think of it? Yeah, Desperado would be my top for sure, ahead of Assassins. Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
fair.
But I have to give one shout out to another Antonio Banderas movie that actually I did enjoy. Pascal, I know you enjoy this movie as well, The 13th Warrior.
Oh,
Absolutely, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. But that
um,
movie didn't get a lot of love, but actually I enjoyed it. It was
yeah, I
good at what
mean,
it did.
good on you for bringing it up. I mean, like, absolutely. I will also bring up another honorable mention if we're talking about that. Uh, Never Talk to Strangers. Never Talk to Strangers with Rebecca De Mornay. I
yeah.
only know that film because Skinamax was a thing back then. Uh,
Yeah, sure.
but Never Talk to Strangers with Rebecca De Mornay was
Okay.
I will also remember Antonio Banderas for that movie, but
Well, I'm glad
probably
you
because
well, I'm
probably
glad
because of Rebecca.
I'm glad you mentioned it because I will not it's not on my list of peak of his mouth, but
It wouldn't be on the
I've
top.
never even heard of that one.
Yeah,
So,
well, go back.
yeah.
And
oh,
your listeners, I won't. Your listeners can now talk about or can look up Google Never Talk to Strangers with Rebecca De Mornay, which by the way was one of my high school crushes back in the day.
Hand the Rocks a Cradle.
I was going to say Three Musketeers, but yeah, that works too.
Let's get
Fair
into
enough.
categories. Let's get into categories. Deep dive. IMDb, the summary, according to, again, IMDb, is former musician and gunslinger El Mariachi arrives at a small Mexican border town after being away for a long time. His past quickly catches up with him, and he soon gets entangled with the local drug kingpin, Bucho, and his gang. That
It's not really
definition
accurate.
is terrible. It's not at all what happens.
Yeah,
He's going in
it's
that
not.
town
It,
searching for
yeah,
Bucho
they
and
make it seem like
trying to get in
oops,
trouble.
oops, I got retangled,
Oh my
re-entangled with
God,
you.
they found me. No, I
No.
was looking for them.
It should be El Mariachi is on the hunt to avenge whatever and find Bucho, who's responsible for his whatever. Like that.
His
That's what
dead wife,
Wife's
dude. Like,
death,
come on,
girlfriend. Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
that's what's going on in this movie. This is the first time I've read the IMDb and been like, that isn't even accurate at all.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
not
saying
accurate at all. So
that's like
most of
saying
them are
like
terrible.
Russell Crowe stumbled into the arena, like, oops, oh, I hate this guy,
Right.
and he started a war with the Emperor.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Found himself in a situation where he has to somehow create a war with the Emperor. No, that's what he's trying to fucking do. Yeah. This theatrical debut, August 25th, 1995, has a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes. Always ask this question. Pascal, we'll start with you. Did it feel like an hour and 44 minutes upon the most
no,
recent?
dude, I snuck into this movie 3 times in 1 week, so no, absolutely not.
Lambert?
No, it's a fast watch.
I watched it last night and I've seen it a million times, but I most recently watched it last night and it's one of those movies where you're like, it's pretty big set piece bangers one after another.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden they're leaving the bookstore and you're like, oh, the movie's like over. Like there's two more scenes left. It's the brothers show up and then or not the brothers, but
No, his
His
buddy,
friends.
his
which
band, his friends.
nerd out about.
And then there's 5 minutes left in the movie after after that. And it was like I was like, what even this is already over. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a blistering pace. Budget of 7 million, grossed just over 25 million worldwide, but it made so much money based on DVD and VHS sales. Couple awards. The Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films nominated Salma Hayek as Best Supporting Actress. I put these on there because they're kind of funny, especially this next one. The MTV Movie and TV Awards nominated Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas for Best Kiss, and also nominated Antonio Banderas for Most Desirable Male.
Dude, you know what these awards make me think of it, and I'm sorry to interrupt you because
No, that's it. That was it.
dude, you know, Tropic Thunder, which
I knew you were going to say that at the
by the way
beginning of Tropic Thunder. 7-time Academy Award winner,
yeah,
Kurt Lazarus.
Lazarus, but I mean,
MTV
like,
Best Kiss Award winner,
Toby
Toby
Maguire.
Maguire.
I swear, like, dude, if we were like
Yeah.
the special, this one of it's one of those specials that like the gift that keeps on giving, because like I thought of so many other movies that led me down so many other rabbit holes that I was like Tropic Thunder on this one. I'm like, oh my god, yep. Like, yeah, they were nominated, but who won, bitch? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Toby Maguire.
So
Uh,
McGuire.
anyway, sorry.
No, it's good. Those are the only awards it was nominated for. BS rankings. This was surprising, and I'm really happy because Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 71%, audience score of 79%, and IMDb a 7.1. Like good, I mean,
Pretty
good on,
solid.
pretty good for these sites of what we always talk about, these curmudgeon fucking nerds. The Spielberg Award for directing, and I guess we can group it in with the Tarantino Award for writing, go to Robert Rodriguez. He directed a ton of stuff, but the biggest ones from Dusk Till Dawn, Spy Kids, and Sin City, which we didn't even mention Spy Kids and Sin City yet. He also wrote, in addition to those, in addition to Spy Kids and Sin City, he also wrote Grindhouse, and then again the skit from Four Rooms called The Misbehaviors.
The misbehaviors.
Did you misbehave? I fucking love that movie. Okay. Tom Hanks, now we have to make some decisions. Tom Hanks, best leading role. I don't think this is really that hard, but there are two nominees, I think. Antonio Banderas plays El Mariachi, and you can actually just say he probably is the only main character. I don't know if it's fair, but I also put Salma Hayek as Carolina as the second lead. Do we think that's fair, or should she move to the other four Jacksons?
I mean, what was she nominated for?
I don't think she was nominated for. She was
Yeah,
nominated for best supporting. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Supporting.
That's why I was kind of like, yeah, I mean, this movie was based around El Mariachi. Actually, like the original role of this guy was the role. So yeah,
Okay, well then that'll make the next category more interesting because okay, so Antonio Banderas wins that one. The other four Jacksons, here are the nominees. So we're gonna put Salma Hayek in there. Joaquim de Almeida, Almeida
Almeida,
Almeida.
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 plays Bucho, and I know him best as the bad guy in Clear and Present Danger.
Dude,
Felix.
do you want a deeper? Yeah, Clear and Present Danger is obviously the role, but Fast and Furious 5 in Brazil, I think that's
Yeah.
well, better known as the.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's I think I actually, as much as I love Salma Hayek, I actually think he gets the supporting actor because she could be replaced. I like the main antagonist has to be there, otherwise there is no movie.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's really not a lot of characters in this movie that have actual names. So the other three people I put on this list because they're so well known, and they could maybe move to the next category too. But I had Cheech Marin plays. His name is called Short Bartender in the movie.
Yep, my kind of guy.
Steve Buscemi plays Buscemi
Buscemi. Yeah.
because this role was written for him, and that's what Robert Rodriguez said.
Well, only because he lost his original role, right? Like
Well, yeah, well, I mean, and then which was supposed to go to Tarantino, or Tarantino took that
he
role.
took it, yeah.
Yes.
He was supposed to play the what's
The pickup guy.
pickup
And
guy.
I think we're all better for it because we got an amazing character that was just built out of like, oh shit, we gotta create something for Buscemi, yeah.
They're both good at telling stories in this movie.
Yeah.
And then I have Danny Trejo as Navajas.
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 Okay, so out of those five, Pascal, you want to pick your favorite other four?
Oh, Joaquin for sure.
Okay, all right. Easy peasy. Lambert?
Same.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yes, I will agree with you. I think we can go with the consensus.
Give me Bucho.
But man, I mean, everyone else in this movie is amazing. Salma Hayek is really good. I thought Danny Trejo, who by the way does not say a word or does not say any dialogue in the entire movie, does not speak.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. That's his role. That's
Pretty great. And Buscemi just plays Buscemi, and he does such a good job telling that story. But yeah, you're right. It is Joaquin.
Yeah, dude. It's like saying like, yeah, Joker's important, but Rachel, yeah, she, like you can't.
Yep.
You need Joker. Without Joker, there's no Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Backup singers: Quentin Tarantino, as the aforementioned, plays pickup guy. Carlos Gallardo plays Campa, who played the original El Mariachi in the first film, which is worth mentioning. And then Tito Larriva plays Tavo, who was the band leader from Dusk Till Dawn. So that was
That's right.
worth mentioning that he's everyone
So
good night, and then he explodes for some reason.
he's awesome, by the way. Like I love him, but like you stole my nerd moment by putting Kampa in this because that was my nerd moment. Like
Oh yeah,
talk about the whole the, DiCaprio moment. Like
Yep.
that was like the Kampa. Like oh my god, Kampa is that's the guy. That was the guy I remember. And the only reason why I know that is because I was already keyed in because the first original the scene where I'm like, oh, this is part of the trilogy or the part of the story, and I'm like, wait, that was the protagonist. So yeah, Kampa for sure.
yeah. Lambert, do you have a different choice?
I mean, it's
I personally like Quentin Tarantino.
I go Quentin Tarantino on this one
And maybe it's because of now
personally.
you know who Quentin Tarantino is, and it's just like you're like, oh fuck, this is the time of his career where I mean, he hasn't even made, or he just made Pulp Fiction, and now he's making cameos in different movies. He's in this movie, Dusk Till Dawn, obviously his own movie, but yeah, that was for me. And again, I've only seen the original El Mariachi once, so maybe that's why it didn't register for me.
No, I do. I respect that completely. I would have said the same thing, except for I had that emotional like holy shit
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
So yeah,
So John Williams category, the person who did all the music for this film is Los Lobos, and I think we know Los Lobos most from La Bamba, right?
yeah, and I hate to stereotype it, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he also did all the music for Spy Kids too. Which, listen, I want to go to bat for Spy Kids. Have you guys seen Spy Kids? Any of the Spy Kids movies?
Yes,
Did you
I've
like?
had,
No,
I've done it by necessity.
So hold on, Lambert, you have not seen them. Pascal, you've
never.
seen them by necessity. Did you
I
like
think
them?
I've watched one of them, the original one. I don't know. You said Spy Kids movies, like there's 10 of
Oh,
them, but
there's a lot. There's Spy Kids,
There's
Spy Kids
quite a few.
2, Spy Kids 3D. I think there's 4 or
okay.
5.
I've seen the first one.
And Antonio Banderas is in there as well.
Yeah, he's the dad. Yeah,
Married to Carla Gugino.
yeah, very hot.
Oh yeah. She's on Mount Rushmore for me. Scenes to nerd out on. So let's go through the scene. So I didn't put every scene on here. I put kind of the big ones, I thought. I only have a dozen scenes, which Lambert, you'll be proud of me because usually I have like 30. So only a dozen. Um, First scene, story with Buscemi. By the way, like I have a real problem with this opening scene. I don't understand the strategy for sending him in there to tell the bar what is about to happen.
I do. You don't,
No, I do not I don't get it. Why?
dude?
Explain it to me.
Well, I mean, it's my turn. I don't want to jump my
No,
turn.
please. No, I wanted to share it now because I don't get it.
So it was eyebrow. It was Cheech's eyebrow. Every time he went to a bar, he told a story, and he was like buco bucho, boom. That reaction. It's like if
He's
you got a
trying to
reaction
find
on
it. He doesn't know where he is. He's
right,
trying to find him, so he's
exactly.
sending
So
Buscemi
if you
into
got
every single bar telling this story
so
until
if
he
you
gets
have
a hit.
if you get the
And he got a
bartender to
hit.
go like holy shit,
Perfect.
that's the guy. He knows Bucho. Even if he tries to know, even if he tries to act like he doesn't know Bucho, it's like
You could tell.
you can tell. So Buscemi was always putting himself at risk. And I wish they explained why. That's the one thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
I wish they would make a movie like instead of wasting their time on Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I wish they would do like a prequel. Like, why is Buscemi so eager or
Why is he helping him?
so willing to put himself out there for him? I don't know. But every time he got an eyebrow raised from the bartender, he knew, and then he came in here, shot everybody up, and found out. If he didn't, then he probably bypassed the bar.
Yeah, then he go to the next town, go to the next bar, tell the same story, and then see if he gets a reaction.
See, this is why we talk these things out because I was like, why would you share your stories or your secrets? And then later on, when he goes in that bar, I'm like, well, of course they're gonna know you got a guitar case full of weapons. The
Right,
guy
but
just,
he
the guy
didn't
just
visit.
came in and told that story about a guitar case full of weapons.
Yeah, he didn't visit Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah.
I guess you don't know Bucho.
All right. Okay. Thank you. That makes a lot more sense. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So there's that story with Buscemi, the whole background information. Then I just wrote down song and flashback. So like we're getting them
Yeah.
dancing in the
The
bar.
opening song. Yep. Which
And
is amazing.
the next big scene I thought was the Tarantino joke and the killing of the guy without front teeth.
Yes.
We've got the shootout at the bar, which I mean these kind of connect to each other, but fun fact about that scene, the bathroom scene before the second bar shootout, so when they go in that bathroom that's like disgusting, was
Yeah.
actually directed by Antonio Banderas. Robert Rodriguez said he didn't like using second unit crews, and Antonio Banderas was asked if he'd direct the scene. He said yes.
Oh,
Slow Walk on the Road, an intro of Salma Hayek, is the next scene I had. What I mean by slow walk is it's like it's what's his name's following him,
great.
and yeah, and then
Navajas.
Salma Hayek is coming out, and then eventually he gets shot, and
No,
then
it's not Navajas. It's the guy from the back. It's Tito.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
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 It's the band leader
yeah. That's right.
the
who's
band, the
who's
band leader.
chasing
Yeah.
him with a
The,
fucking
the bar
45.
back.
He's chasing him with a 45 and a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, that's right. Which, by the way, how the fuck did you miss?
How did you miss?
How
He
did you?
almost shot Selma Hayek. Asshole.
Pretty,
Yeah,
pretty,
that would have
pretty.
been the end of it right there.
That would have been the end of it right there.
I would have stopped the movie.
That's right. Stop filming.
The next scene is the books. I put down bookstore surgery, and we have a little bit of comedic, I don't know, interlude here where there's some funny lines from especially
Hot
Antonio.
water.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to kill me. I put down knife assassin mix up, which is when Danny Trejo is basically
Killed.
he's gonna kill. Well, he's going to kill El Mariachi, and
Yeah,
then
he
the
gets
other guys
killed.
show up and fuck it up.
Yeah,
It's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny scene.
that phone call with the drug deal, like the boss.
He has a
Oh,
tattoo on his chest,
Yeah,
okay,
he's got a,
Yeah,
a
we'll
of a
tattoo,
try to
woman,
stay out of his way.
a tattoo of a woman on his chest. Like,
and his weapon is knives,
fuck.
and you see the guy holding up a knife. Anything else? He has a ton of coins for phone calls, and he just lets all the coins up.
That's the most random one.
Okay,
Like,
I'll keep it on for him.
that must
Keep
be
it on.
it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'll be sure to. Yeah, we'll stay out of his way.
we'll stay out of his way. Okay. Then I wrote down the back-to-back sex scenes and the just the polarity, like how different they are. I guess maybe dichotomy of the two is outrageous. And here's something that Robert Rodriguez said, that apparently the day they shot Selma Hayek's love scene with Banderas, the entire crew showed up to see it.
Imagine that.
And he said, apart from the actors, only he and the script supervisor were in the room. So he kicked everyone else out and said, "Get out of here, you fucking pers."
Your degens.
Um,
Oh, I wonder why. Everybody shut up.
yeah. Oh, I certainly.
Makeup artist is going like, wait, hold on a second. I got this part wrong. Hold on a second.
I wouldn't have. No way. Next scene, escaping the bookstore. Then I put down Bucho shoots his own guy, which is also kind of a funny, twisted scene. He's like, "Hey, I don't know that guy."
Who's that guy? I don't know.
Who's that guy?
And he turns around.
Never
"Who's
seen him
these
before.
guys?" They all jump behind the hay
Look, he's got a gun.
That guy always made the same face too. Like whenever you like quizzed him, he was like, I don't know, boss.
I don't know. It's your car, boss. It's your
Yeah.
car, boss.
Oh, your car, boss. What's the phone number in the fucking
In my
phone?
phone.
In my
In
car.
my fucking car.
In my car.
And then the next, I only have two scenes left. I have the friends come to town, and I am curious, which one of you or share which one of the phone or guitar cases is your favorite.
I mean,
So we've got the double-barreled like machine gun. We've got
I
the
mean,
rocket launcher.
I
And
always
also
thought like, is there a
mariachi.
reason why the dude is doing a half split every time
Every time that's his rocket
it's like
launcher
it's like
pose.
hold on a second.
I gotta
He's
kick my leg out.
Like
the
every
low-
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, the rocket launcher for sure.
that's your favorite, Lambert. That your
Now
favorite?
I wouldn't do the splits, but I would definitely shoot.
Give me the double case machine guns.
Oh, there you go, man. Like we could be your sidekicks, Justin.
Yeah, we could be your sidekicks.
Yeah,
I was
there's
just
no
saying,
fight.
I like El Mariachi's case. I like all the different weapons and grenades.
All the
Like,
different
that's-
guns.
We can nerd about it. Yeah, like that's one of my nerd out scenes, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. I do think it's pretty dumb they both die. I did not like that. I thought that was a interesting choice. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the last scene is the confrontation with who ends up being his brother. So one of my nerd thoughts as I was watching this was it always bothered me that they don't show the final scene. Like they don't show the battle between him and Carolina and like Bucho and all the whole gang, right? Just kind of
Right.
cuts it. But then I was doing some research on it, and apparently the reason why they did that is that the MPAA was going to give the movie an NC-17 rating, and Robert Rodriguez had to cut things.
That's
And
pretty disappointing.
yeah, well, so what ended up happening, besides a couple other scenes, they basically said like they had to cut out which was going to be a very large scale, bloody, violent shootout. They cut that out, and as a result, the MPAA basically gave it a an R rated.
So what
Um,
you're saying is that somewhere out there, there is a director's cut that has that scene included. That's what you're telling me right now. That's what I'm hearing,
what I'm
and that's
saying
what I
is,
want to
well,
believe,
well, I
I
and
don't
that's
hate,
what I
I
know.
hate to
want
think
to
that
see.
because I would have found it by now.
Well, I was
I
going to
want to
say
see.
I don't
That's all I'm
know that
saying.
it was ever filmed. I think that it was going to be filmed, or maybe it was filmed. It could have been filmed, and if that's the case, that's what I hope is what happened. That it was filmed. They cut it out. Maybe we'll see it someday.
I
But
don't. I hope that this story was bullshit because I actually hope that this was a forethought thing where nerds like us would be talking about this decades later.
Strategic decision.
Like no kidding, we were still hung up on this. Well done, Robert. You know, like that's what I'm hoping for.
They're still talking about your movie. These dumb nerds.
well, I don't know. This is internet research. It could be completely fake, but according to the internet, it
The
was
internet
it
doesn't lie.
was in the
Let's be
movie, and I
honest.
believe everything people write on the internet. So
Me
I just
too.
think we would. I just think we would have had the video by now, the footage, and there is none.
I mean, maybe. But hold
Yeah,
on, hold out hope. Fingers crossed.
yeah, yeah. Holding out.
Heath Ledger Award for Scene Stealing. I have three nominees, and if you would like to add more, you certainly can. I have Salma Hayek. I have Antonio Banderas, and I also have, and I don't know his actual name. I put down Rocket Launcher Mariachi.
not Campa, but the other guy.
I don't know their names.
It's like the double deep dive.
I don't know their names. The guy with the rocket launcher, because of the deep splits, the deep squat he's doing for every shot. That would we call that a lunge, a deep side lunge?
Ooh, I like that side lunge. I don't
Yeah.
side lunge. Yeah,
I
it
gotta
sounds
tell
like
you,
it sounds
I do
official.
this kickboxing workout, and they have me do a stretch just like what that dude's doing
What's
without
it
a
called?
case, without a guitar case. It's called a side quad stretch.
There
Yeah,
you go, and that's what it is. It's a side quad stretch.
it's a deep one though.
It looks pretty deep.
I
Just
don't
wear
get
Deep
I don't
burn.
I don't get
you know,
that
would
deep.
you do that with skinny jeans and cowboy boots? Come on, man.
That's that is impressive. I wear
Impressive.
Come on. It's a
baggy
side quad
shorts and I'm
stretch.
still ripping things. All right, those are my nominees for scene stealing. Does anybody
I'm
else
still
have
not attempting those things. So
any other nominees, or do you want to pick one of those three, Lambert?
I will choose, and I will choose Salma Hayek
Okay, Pascal.
for obvious reasons.
I'm torn, man. Like, yeah, there's lots of reasons why I would have picked Selma Hayek, but like, I think Steve Buscemi was probably yeah. Steve
He's
Buscemi.
also good. That's a good name.
Steve Buscemi wouldn't mind. Like, so in the reason why I say that, it's not because like it's not the obvious reasons, right? Selma Hayek, but it's like if I have a character who's not necessary, but he made himself necessary, is Steve Buscemi, right? So I could replace Selma Hayek. I could replace, well, maybe Bucho, not so much, but I could replace some of these actors. But the guy who wasn't supposed to be so notable, like Steve Buscemi, yeah, I say Buscemi, man.
Yeah. Okay.
He wasn't even supposed to be there.
I personally think that it's really hard to replace Antonio Banderas. I think he is. I know he's the main character. It's hard to say that, but like he's so good. He's so charismatic, and he's such a fucking badass.
He was supposed to be there. He was supposed to be
Well,
there.
I understand that, but and again, like I know it's hard to look back on and think about people. I mean, who knows if they could have Robert Rodriguez could have plucked someone else out and say you be, this character, and maybe their career takes off. But it's hard to be that guy in the room that you believe is going to take on 30 people with machine guns and is going to win.
Oh,
It's pretty tough to have that
Yeah,
charisma and that badassness.
it's called machismo. Machismo.
But she's
that's what it is.
That's what it
right. And
is.
there's very few people that have it. I mean, if you think about other movies where this has happened, like you believe this from like Schwarzenegger, you believe it about
John
Stallone,
Wick.
John
I
Wick.
was gonna say John Wick. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
believe it about John Wick? Bruce
Keanu,
Willis.
believing that Bruce Willis could do that, right? So like I think the Rushmore of that kind of character is much smaller than I don't know, other people. So I respect all the other Selma Hayek, Buscemi. I just think
A valid point.
whenever he's
I'm,
on screen,
oh, okay.
he
So I misunderstood the category then, because like for me,
oh, you were thinking like who steals the scene from the main
who
character?
wasn't supposed to do? Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
like scene
Okay.
stealing. Who wasn't supposed to do it, and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, right? Like, yeah, Banderas was. Yeah, he's the main character, so he's not stealing the scene. He just is the scene. But
Yeah.
like,
Okay. Well, that's fair.
yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry.
And I would actually pick.
Pascal, you're making me think of Tropic Thunder again. I don't read the script. Script reads me.
Well, I would have picked Bucho if that was the case.
I love that.
Dante's Peak. So let's talk about the peak that we think these things are. And I've got four, five, six nominees at this point. And obviously feel free to add on more if you want. But first of all, film set in Mexico. I did a lot of research on this. I feel like I spent more time on this one in particular. So I'm curious, like, again, where do we think, like, what's the best out of this list? And maybe even like most popular like time periods. So let me just rattle them off real quick. And I'm also curious how many of these you've actually seen. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre came out in 1948, starred Humphrey Bogart. The Magnificent Seven came out in 1960. It had Yul Brynner in it, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, James Coburn. Fistful of Dollars comes out in 64. That was Eastwood. The Wild Bunch comes out in 69. Probably Sam Peckinpah is the name you might know from that one. Up in Smoke comes out in 78. That's with Cheech and Chong.
Know that, and we know that.
Got to put that on there. I surprised you, Pascal, with that
Not
one.
anymore.
Uh, Three Amigos comes out in 86.
Yes.
This is in 95. From Dusk Till Dawn is in 96. Traffic's in 2000. Uh, Y Tu Mama Tambien, sorry, I butchered that, comes out in
Y tu
2000.
mamá también.
What he said, comes out in 2001. That was with Diego Luna. Frida, which Pascal mentioned earlier, came out in 2002. Sicario is in
I was gonna say that's got to be
2015.
on this list.
That's my
Yeah.
number one. That's my number
Okay.
one.
Coco is in 2017.
Amazing, amazing movie.
And then Roma, which won the Best Picture as well, with a couple of these other movies too in 2018. So, Lambert, you go first. What do you think the peak is here?
I mean, it's hard not to say. hmm, it's hard not to say Sicario, just because.
Amazing.
Yeah, that movie was really good, and
Yeah.
everybody was really good at like everybody was really good in it. Like everybody was really good in it. I have not seen the sequels, but I have seen the first one.
The second one was amazing.
Day of the Soldado, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
really amazing.
What's yours, Pascal?
Sicario for sure. But I was gonna say,
Really?
yeah, I was gonna say honorable mention Book of Life.
Okay.
Book of Life's number two. Sicario number one. Yeah.
I think if it's money generated, it's probably Coco.
It probably is Coco. That
Well,
is true.
the reason why I brought Book of Life is because Coco. Yeah, amazing movie, by the way. But yeah, Sicario is my number one for
If
sure.
it's for frequency and if it's for, I don't know, just like we're in a different generation, but I think it's probably actually the 60s. There were so many westerns that were set down in the South and
Oh
also,
yeah, how many?
also in Mexico, a ton with Clint Eastwood and everybody else.
Pure volume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pure volume is the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gun Fu. So here I don't have the years, but I kind of have them in order a little bit. A Better Tomorrow. So a couple of these are like movies that were made like in Japan, that's really kind of created the concept of gun fu. So Tomorrow stars or was created by John Woo, stars Chow Yun-fat. God of Gamblers, created by Wong Jin or Jing, stars Chow Yun-fat. The Matrix,
Yep.
Equilibrium, which is a 2002 movie with Christian Bale. Born Identity, V for Vendetta,
Okay.
Django and Unchained. I thought was a fun little add on there. Kingsman, Deadpool, Atomic Blonde, and John Wick are my nominees.
I would
Pascal,
add one movie to that list because it's one that because once you
please.
started talking about gun fu, for whatever reason, this movie popped into my head, mainly because of the pure concept of bending a bullet around something is
Wanted.
completely exactly.
Yeah.
Wanted 2008
Yeah.
is like you take a step back and I'm like, yep, that's totally gun fu.
I'm mad I didn't have that on there because actually I had a question earlier to ask you like what immediately makes you think of Gun Fu, and Wanted
Wanted,
is my first
wanted,
movie.
absolutely. Let's spin it around this thing and hit the target behind you because that is how physics works,
Fun
apparently.
fact, I saw that movie in Prague in 2008 when it came out because we Matt and I and the other two
Yeah,
guys
That was your
you're a trip.
backpacking trip?
were
You're a trip.
backpacking and we were like,
Yeah.
we need a break. And oh, this is a fun movie. Let's just watch this movie. And it was actually in English with Czech subtitles. So
Subtitles?
worked out great for us.
Awesome. I love it.
Pascal, what's your peak? I think one
Okay.
is a good answer, by the
Do
way. Go.
you want it? I will give you my answer in a true Pascal fashion.
Oh, I
Like
love it. I can't wait to hear this answer.
the best
Hold
gun
on.
fu.
Hold on. Before you say it out loud, we can we guess who the actor is the main character? Lambert, I was gonna say it's either
No, you know what?
Now I know
Look,
the
what it's
first name to come to my list. Like
no,
it's up here.
I think Lambert because of
It's up here.
my vibes. I think Lambert has got it.
It's
say
up.
it.
I don't know what I don't know what I mean. I
No,
can
no,
say it.
no, who's the lead actor in it?
Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, dude, well
Oh,
done though. Well done because
I was gonna
I know
say
what you're talking about.
I
I
was
know
gonna
what you're talking
It's
about.
like I know you or something. It's
No, but
crazy.
yeah, it's like you do know me. That's not the one, but I like it. I like where you went.
I was gonna say maybe you're gonna put in there Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, no, no,
Ooh,
no,
that's
no, no,
also
no.
that's
So if I give you guys the supporting actress name, can you guess the movie? Maybe
Please.
yes.
Mira Sorvino.
Oh, you're that's Chow Yun Fat.
Yes, yes.
What's the name of that movie?
What is the name of the movie?
I don't know. What the hell's the name of that
You went
movie?
there. You went there. So yeah, it's a good Pascal moment.
All right, tell us what it is.
Replacement Killers. Chow Yun Fat
Okay, Replacement Killers. I was
and
gonna say the
Mira
Replacements,
Sorvino.
but I'm
Man,
like, nope,
Replacement
that's not
Killers.
right.
I think, I might be a bold statement, but I think Replacement Killers brought gun fu to America.
Hmm. Okay.
1998. Replacement Killers.
I think if we say 1998 with that, with Matrix right on its tail, I think that's a pretty good time period.
Dude, it brought it. It
Yeah.
brought it, and everybody was like, you know what? I want some of that. I want
Okay.
some of that.
This is cool. This is badass.
Dude, Replacement Killers. Chow Yun Fat. Love it. John Woo.
All right.
John Woo.
That
Yes.
wins.
Yes.
Yes. And by the way, watch it. You
That
know
guy.
what? Really, really watch it. It is an amazing movie.
Really watch it.
Really watch it.
All right,
Really do.
Danny Trejo. He has over 250 film credits, which is pretty impressive because he didn't even start till he was in like his 40s,
Yep.
which leads me to believe there's still hope for me. Blood In, Blood Out in 93. He does this in 95, Heat in 95, From Dusk Till Dawn in 96, Con Air in 97. And then he becomes Danny Trejo and he starts being in different movies. So
Badass.
he's in Spy Kids in 2001, Anchorman in 2004, Machete in
I was gonna say
2007, and a bunch of other stuff since then.
And badass. Don't forget that one.
Badass, yes. Okay. Well then,
Machete.
Pascal, what is your
Heat for sure. He was amazing in Heat. Like
He-
if we were doing a scene stealing conversation about Heat, like he was
Yeah.
awesome.
It's funny we had that conversation when
He's
we
the guy.
did the Heat episode.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I don't
Repeat,
think he won, but that's okay.
repeat.
He was on the short list if I believe if I
Yeah, Heat for sure, man.
I keep hearing rumors about a remake or a sequel or
yeah,
something. Who knows what's going
it's
on
like
with
a
that? But
sequel prequel type thing.
a sequel, prequel, it's kind of like I'll watch it. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you will, and you'll watch it anyway.
So,
Oh, I totally will.
so to answer your question, Heat and honorable mention was definitely Anchorman.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. So I think that, and Lambert, actually, before I say anything, what's your peak? You think?
I mean, like it might be Machete just because like he's like not to say that he's not the man because everybody knows that he's the man, but like he really is the man in those movies. Like he supporting, this supporting.
Yeah.
Con Air, like he's barely in it. And he's not really a good dude in that movie, so like that's not the guy you want to root for in that movie.
I don't know if you're ever rooting on him.
I don't think you're gonna root for him. Well, I mean, you're rooting for him, and
In Badass, you're rooting on him.
yeah, but like it's hard not to say Machete just because like that's him, like in the lead role. That's his movie. It's not just he's not just there. He's not a supporting actor. He's the main actor.
That's fair. I do think, though. First of all, I'm surprised, Pascal, you didn't mention or even like acknowledge when I said blood in and blood out. I mean, I thought you would.
No, because there's so many other characters that overshadow him.
Okay.
I
No.
live Blood In Blood Out, dude, is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I know. That's why I was trying to get something. I was trying to get a rise out of you.
But he peaked in Heat, man. Like in Heat, he was amazing.
He was
So
really good in Heat.
So I think
Amazing.
I think
He
the
was really
answer
good in
I
Heat.
think the answer is actually 95, 96. I know we always do this with years, but I think it is probably Heat, but
He had a good run.
this is right before that, and then right after this is From Dusk Till Dawn. That is the sweet spot right there.
I don't see a character that has died that I have paid more attention to his death scene than in Heat.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo in Heat, dude, like when he died, I was in that scene.
Yeah,
Like every word. Fuck.
you definitely choked up.
Every time.
All right, Robert Rodriguez. Let's figure out his peak. So I already kind of mentioned El Mariachi is a 92, Desperado is a 95, Four Rooms is also a 95, and again the aforementioned From Dusk Till Dawn is a 96. He did The Faculty, which is a 98.
So good, so good.
Spy Kids 2, Spy Kids 3D are in 01, 02, and 03. Once Upon a Time Mexico is also in 03. He does Sin City in 05, along with The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Lava
Lava
Girl.
Girl.
He does
Yeah, familiar with that one.
Yep.
Yeah, another Spy Kids in 2011, another Machete movie in 2013, Machete Kills, another Sin City movie in 2014. Now he's doing a bunch of sequels. And finally, another Spy Kids Armageddon in 2023. I got to mention, this is a really fun thing. I was doing some research on it. He also has a movie called 100 Years, which is supposed to be released in 2115. This is an experimental science fiction short film written by and starring John Malkovich, directed by Robert Rodriguez, and produced by the French company Reme, which is supposed to release out of like a time capsule in 2115. That's obviously not his peak, but I wanted to just share that's fucking crazy.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. It's called 100 Years. I know.
What?
I was like, what? And I remember
What's going on?
I did hear about
We
this.
are going to be long gone,
I heard about
unfortunately.
this. It was made in 2015. I remember hearing about this. I was like, okay, but now it's been 10 years or whatever, and just kind
What
of
a brilliant idea.
yeah.
Fuck. Well done, man. Checkmate.
All right, so I'll start because I haven't started yet.
Now we have to tell our kids to tell their kids to watch this fucking movie.
Oh, it's
They'll
like,
be like, oh, Grandpa said this, and we're like, oh,
no, it's like a great grandpa
Yeah.
situation. It's
Fuck.
at least two generations.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell Wes and Siona, like, you need to tell your kids to see this.
No, tell your kids, tell your grandkids.
That's
to
what I'm
see.
saying. Yeah, we have to tell our kids to tell their
100 years
kids.
from now, that's when they are 100.
But now we have to see. But now we have to go back and show them
They'll be,
Desperado.
your kids will be 80.
no, but we have to show our kids the movies that Desperado and other movies that we're like,
Yeah.
we have to. Yeah, that's brilliant. Fuck, well done.
Well, I'm saying peak of Robert Rodriguez, not necessarily creative wise, but as far as money made, is probably the Spy Kids. I'm gonna say early 2000s.
Who's next?
I
Lambert.
agree with that. Yeah.
Sensei.
I mean, it's hard not to say it, but like, yeah, my knee jerk was Sin City.
Sin City for me for sure. Like
Okay.
no brainer for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Salma Hayek. So again, we already mentioned this is her first thing in '95. She's got a lot of stuff. Wild Wild West is a '99. It's just Frida in 2002, which is where she is actually nominated for Best Leading Role for an Oscar. In that same year, or the year after that, she was also in Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Spy Kids 3D, Game Over. And there's kind of a gap, and she's in a few other things, but like these are the big ones. In 2010, Grown Ups. 2011, she's in Puss in Boots. Savages in 2012. Um, Eternals in 2021. It's a bunch of other random stuff after that. So
Fools Rush In with Matthew Perry.
Dude,
Don't
amazing,
forget that one.
amazing,
I
amazing
do
movie.
love,
Don't forget that one.
yeah,
Dude,
that's
amazing. I love that. I love that movie.
the white people are melting.
Love it.
Sorry, Pascal.
Love that movie.
Okay, well, so I went first last time. Lambert, you go first. What's the peak of Salma Hayek?
I don't know. The Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife. I'm just kidding. I do like
That's
that. I
in
do like those movies though. Those were good.
Hitman's Bodyguards in 2017. I think the wife is in like early 2020s.
2019, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know how you can't.
This is what I remember her as. Like I like you tell me you say Selma Hayek, I think of this movie.
Yeah, why is that, John? I don't know.
I don't know why. It's just what happens.
I personally think it's the early 2000s because you've got Wild Wild West and then Frida and also I already said Dogma, a couple other films like that. Like she just in pop culture nominated for an Academy Award. I don't know. Probably Frida, honestly. Pascal?
All right. So sorry, but like deep dive. This is why Daniela was making fun of me because I was making like writing notes feverishly for this episode. So I have like several categories. So um, like Academy Award acclimated, or whatever the fucking like top award would be Frida because she deep dived into a character she personified. Uh, my favorite, personal favorite role. Um, I mean, Here Comes the Boom. I loved her. I absolutely loved her in that movie.
That is fucking random.
And it's a worth watch. Uh, Soft Paws and Puss in Boots for sure, like classic.
Mm-hmm.
She will be remembered for that. Fools Rush In. I actually like. That's my favorite Selma Hayek role. And deep dive like Pascal style role that I will always now remember her for is the Black Mirror on Netflix. Amazing.
Oh yeah, she's good.
So like I have so many roles for her that I'm sorry that was like a 5-second question that I turned into a 5-minute question. That's me.
Yeah, okay. All right. The answer is Frida then.
I like it.
Okay. All right. Antonio Banderas. I got a huge list here. Let me just go through the highlights. Philadelphia 93, Interview the Vampire 94, Assassins and this movie in 95, Evita 96, Mask of Zorro in 98, Spy Kids in 2001, Shrek 2 in 04, Legend of Zorro in 05, bunch of other random things, Puss in Boots in 2011. Now, in 2020, he's nominated for Best Actor for an Academy Award for Pain and Glory. And then, yeah, a couple Puss in Boots sequel. So, Pascal, you go first.
Oh shit. Well, I guess that one's a little easier for me. Assassins definitely for number one. Puss in Boots for most memorable. and the Stranger movie.
Okay. Lambert, what do you got?
I mean, it's hard not to say the mid 90s.
Yeah, he goes Philadelphia, Interview the Vampire, Assassins, Desperado, Evita, like all back to back.
It's hard not to say that run. I
But
mean,
remember,
I get the Academy Award, and I get like Shrek 2, Puss in Boots, like
so hear me out. I actually think it's Mask of Zorro. And
Well done.
well,
Well done.
and the reason why is that like you've got he's doing all these action movies. He's with I mean he's with he was in Assassins, he's in Desperado, Interview the Vampire with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, obviously, but he's I don't
Catherine
know.
Zeta-Jones. I mean,
I don't think he's that's what I'm saying. He hits Mask of Zorro and it's with Catherine Zeta-Jones, it's with
Anthony
and
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, right? And I think that's when it's like he's got to be one of the biggest stars like in the world.
And here's the thing, dude. Like, I was hoping you would bring this up, like from so I could. How is it that Anthony Hopkins is your supporting actor? That is the fucking peak.
Yeah, I mean
When
that's
Anthony
that's
Hopkins
a
is
real.
your supporting actor, you've made it.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones
Well, I mean, okay,
was
yeah. Catherine, if there's anyone that would make me forget about Selma Hayek, it would be Catherine Zeta-Jones.
well, that's why,
But
but like she was just like she was starting to get going right then too. Like she
yeah,
was a name at that point in time. She wasn't a nobody.
Yeah.
no, of course. But again, like
Yeah.
whenever you can say Anthony Hopkins was my supporting actor, there's very few people.
He was the old Zorro. I was the young Zorro.
Yeah.
Well, no, like
Cool.
regardless, like how many movies does Anthony Hopkins your supporting actor? I mean, oh, fuck. There's a short list, right?
All right. Well then,
Short list. So
that's,
I'm glad you
that's
brought that up, and I was like,
I win. I'm giving a thumb or a fist pump.
yeah,
Okay.
that was
Cool the Raven. So our favorite quote. So the way we do this is we go around the room and quote our favorite parts of the movie. I will start. I'm not going to say the entire joke,
thank you,
but I
Just
especially enjoyed.
reference that.
because
Yeah.
that
I
was my number three
especially,
for
well, I
sure.
was going to say, I especially enjoyed Tarantino's. I bet them at $500 a piece that I could piss on your bar, piss on your floor, piss on your phone, and piss on you. And not only would you not be mad about it, you'd
You'd
be
be happy.
Happy,
fucking awesome.
fantastic. That was my number three for sure.
Well, Pascal, give us your next one.
Oh shit, I'm going out of order here. So my favorite quote of that movie was actually the when the father comes up to him and he goes, "Son, do you need a confession?" And he goes, confession. Sorry, father. I'll be back, or maybe next time because when I come back, I'll definitely need a confession." That was my favorite quote.
Mhm.
That is it. Maybe later, father, because where I'm going, I just need to come right back.
Mhm.
That was my favorite quote for sure. My second one was actually from the scene stealing with Quentin Tarantino. When Chief Marine goes, he shoots the guy and he goes, "He didn't check out. You checked out just fine." And he picks up and he goes, "Well, well, good. I knew I would because me and Buko." He goes, "Bucho, yeah, him too.
Him
We
too.
go way back." I mean, that's my second favorite quote, and then the third quote, which I won't quote because you already did, was the joke. So those are my favorite, my favorite three jokes, quotes.
Lambert?
Um, there's when they walk into the Tarasco bar and your beer tastes like piss. We know. That's because we piss in it.
That's not
That's
all.
not all.
That's not all.
Oh, love
That's
that.
a good one. There's a lot. There's this movie isn't very quotable, to be honest with you.
No, it's not.
What?
I don't
Well, no,
in the lexicon of like, is this movie quotable? Like, is this movie in my day-to-day vocabulary or my week-to-week, month-to-month vocabulary? I'm not quoting this movie
We are not the same.
ever. I'm not quoting this movie at all. But I mean there's a couple good ones. You mentioned the one like Me and Bucco. Yeah, Buccio. Yeah, him too.
Him too.
Um, Steve Buscemi. So like opening scene, Steve Buscemi. It was amazing. Cutthroat scumbags were coming out of the woodwork and dying much deserved deaths. Now, don't get me wrong. This was no class act group of guys like you got here. Not at all. No, these guys were world class turds, and I'm sorry, but they got what they deserved. It was Judgment Night in that place.
Oh man, I
Says it
love
like
that.
five
Love
times.
the
Not
honor.
like the class act that we got in this
No,
establishment.
not
Yeah,
not like these
love that.
guys. No, these guys are great. These
Oh,
guys deserved what they got.
I did
love
like Buscemi. No, man. The bartender got it worse than
got it worse
anybody.
than anybody else.
Yeah. Yep. The bartender never gets killed. No, no, no.
Your canceled category, what do we need to get rid of? I just wrote down the word nothing.
I said nope.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Damn.
Pascal, you getting rid
Uh,
of something?
well, I did. I read
Oh,
something.
okay.
So I know this is the outside of the scope of this show, but itself. But I'm so passionate about this subject, but that I would have to say the third iteration. It was so bad that
Oh,
it made
we're
it
not
into.
talking about that movie.
Oh,
We're
I
yeah.
talking about
know, I
this
know.
movie.
Which is what I said.
You're talking about getting rid of the sequel.
Okay.
It's outside the scope, but it was so bad that I would bring it into here just so I can cancel it.
Well,
Okay.
we have another category to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll cancel it.
All right, but I'm glad because I can
We'll talk about
it
what
again.
happens next in a little bit.
I know
All right.
that's great.
Another Spider-Man again. Let's recast a couple people as if this movie was going to be made next year. So we're recasting Bucho. Joaquin de Almeida was 38 at the time.
Yeah, I don't care.
These ages. So I actually looked up like people who I kind of did like a research on
All
Latino
of it, right?
or Hispanic or like people from Mexico. I tried to find people that are
True story.
for
Yes.
recasting people. Like we need to be very
For
true.
recasting, I got to be true. Like this is not one. Like this is one where you got to kind of be true
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the original
I
cast.
didn't do any like gender race swapping.
Nope.
So
Nope.
let me recast Bucho. I'll go first on this one, and then you guys can share yours. I had Anthony Ramos, who you might know
Okay.
him from Hamilton,
West Side
and
Story.
West Side Story, Ironheart in
Yep.
the Heights. I like that
A
one.
Star is Born. He's in that too. Yeah.
My
He's
favorite
on this.
though, and he's a little bit older. Actually, he's probably close to the age. I had Diego Luna.
Oh, see, I hate
Mm.
him for something
Oh,
else.
I had him for something else too.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna tell you right now. So first of all, he's really good in Andor as a good guy. But he's also kind of a bad guy. But have you guys seen Narcos Mexico?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He
Yes.
is
Yes.
so good as a bad guy. I was like, he'd be fucking amazing in the role of Bucho.
Yeah. But Lambert and I think have him in a different character.
But
Okay, all right, fair. That's fair.
But
All right. So then, Pascal, who do you got for who you recasting for Bucho?
Oscar Isaac.
Okay, Oscar Isaac.
And we're also talking about Star Wars lore, so that's good. I'm glad we're going back to that and some Marvel sprinkling in there and some amazing Dune work. But yeah, Oscar Isaac is yeah, he would be awesome as Bucho.
Yeah. Okay. What do you got, Lambert?
so I went a little bit older.
Then
And I
Oscar
have
Isaac.
two.
Oscar Isaac's actually getting up there too.
I went Pedro
So are we,
Pascal.
motherfucker. So are we.
Oh, wait.
That's another thing. When we looked at like who we cast in these, and then I started like looking at birth dates. I'm like, oh fuck, like, ugh. Ugh. That's us, man.
Pedro Pascal is what you said, Lambert. Man, that's
Yeah.
pretty darn good too.
Well done.
And then probably the one I like the most is Javier Bardem.
I think he's too old.
It doesn't matter. Change the script. Make him his uncle.
Older brother. He can be
Make him his
all right,
uncle.
all right. If he's not his brother, maybe he's an uncle.
I think even with Pedro Pascal's in his 50s. Like you couldn't make him his brother. You'd have to make him his uncle or you get
I don't
crazy
know,
and make
like-
him his
like
dad.
Kill Bill, man. Kill Bill.
Antonio Banderas was 35 in this movie, like that, which is
I know.
crazy. So like I think Javier Bardem could maybe pull it off. All right. So all that aside, I think that regardless of age, right? If we're thinking about, I'm I'm taking out Diego Luna. We can use him maybe later on.
We will.
I actually like Pedro Pascal the most.
I think you play a good bad guy.
I think he needs to figure shit out. Because No, dude, I would have picked him in a lot of roles until I saw fucking Fantastic Four. He was a
Oh, oh, I
fucking
that movie,
terrible,
that movie was fine.
terrible,
It was fine. All right.
dude,
Well
I never
then,
saw it.
well if that's the case, then Javier Bardem is always the best bad guy ever. So we'll just pick him.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Salma Hayek. Carolina was 29, or Salma Hayek was 29 when she played Carolina. Um, Pascal, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Cristina Serratos was
Okay.
my first one, and I would be like,
What is she in?
she was in Walking Dead.
Okay.
She was the badass like Puerto Rican girl,
Oh yeah.
Walking Dead. I would like she would be the number one, like number one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, all the way to 10. She would be in my number one, but more mainstream. If you needed to have a more cop out role, it'd be Jenna Ortega.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
that's an easy one to choose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's also
I
that was
purposely
why,
avoided her.
which is why
Christina
I did
Serratos.
too. I did too. I was like Jenna Ortega was my number.
Yeah.
Like if you weren't to pick my number one, it would definitely be Cristina Serratos.
She plays Rosita.
Rosita in yeah, Walking Dead. She was
Yeah.
a badass Mexican girl. Like, yeah, I would I'd buy that character. Yeah.
So I don't necessarily like my nominees because I honestly don't know these things very well, but Maya Rafiko, who is these two actresses look a lot like they got the same vibe as Salma Hayek. Maya Rafiko from Pretty Little Liars and Camila Mendez from Riverdale. I actually my top was Isabella Merced, who you probably know her from like Dora the Explorer. She's in
Yeah, Dora. Yeah.
she's in Sicario, The Day of Soldado, so she's around.
Well done. Yeah. That's a good deep dive.
Lambert, who you got? Who are you
Yeah,
recasting?
I didn't really like a lot of my, so I'm just gonna say the one that I probably like the most because it's a little bit off the beaten path, but it's Stephanie Beatriz.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine
yep,
and
yeah, yeah.
Encanto.
Hmm.
Deep dive. Deeper dive.
Yeah,
That's probably the one I like the most.
she's really good in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
I kind of like Pascal's Christian Serratos, honestly.
I
Oh
like it.
wow.
Yeah, I do. I
Well
do.
done.
All right, let's recast Antonio Banderas as El Mariachi. He was 35.
I think Lambert and
You
I are
guys
on this.
all want to say Diego Luna, I would assume.
Yeah, I think Lambert and I were on this one. Yeah.
I had two names. I
I
had
have
two
a couple
names.
other ones too. Lambert, you go first.
So I had Diego Luna and I had Edgar Ramirez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dio Luna.
To stream or not to stream, is this better than as a TV show? I actually think this would be a really cool miniseries. Lambert, you disagree?
I disagree.
I think if we
I,
were
I love this as a movie, and I get it. Like sometimes and I wrote all this down. Like we usually try to say like let's do it as like a limited run miniseries. Like give me 6 to 8 episodes. You can go into some background a little bit more on some characters. You can expand the plot a little bit more. I don't like that at all.
well,
Keep
okay,
it a movie.
so maybe
Keep it as a movie.
okay. I don't disagree with you. I wonder if we can like dovetail that into the next category, which is the tomorrow's another day conversations. Like what happens next?
Yeah.
I think maybe this could be potentially like how do we roll this out as far as so personally for me, I'm gonna ignore the third film.
So am I.
I would have
I actually wrote
rather
that down.
yeah, I would rather have seen some type of something about a background with like the brother. Maybe it's a prequel, maybe it's like a side by side. And
No.
also like as a sequel, I'm really mad we didn't see more about El Mariachi and Carolina. So I'm gonna turn it over to you guys and like share like what do you think would be a good follow up to this?
I have two ideas that I wrote down.
All right.
Pascal, what do you want? You want me to go? I'll list one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Go first.
So my first idea was Bucho's boss comes looking for him because Bucho has a boss. We talked about it. We know he's there. He sent Danny Trejo. He sent some new people to reestablish operations in the town because El Mariachi killed everybody, and then seeks retribution for the distribution disturbance that he had because that's what drug lords do. Like,
Yep.
you killed all my people. I'm gonna come after you, especially in Mexico. Like, those guys don't fuck around. He uses the boy in the hospital to lure Elle and Carolina back to the town, and then the shit goes down.
I love that. I think it's
That's one
actually
idea.
I think it's
That's one
actually
idea.
wild that we don't even get into anything about like Bucho's boss.
Other than Danny Trejo, and that's it.
But I'm saying not like it's one thing to not do it in this movie, but the fact that they in Once Upon a Time in Mexico they completely like that's not even a part of the storyline
Yep.
is crazy.
Nope. Nope.
That's what it's one of the factors about Once Upon a Time that I was like, not right.
What's your second thought?
Well, I was
Well,
gonna let Pascal go.
so
Okay.
like I don't know if you've seen the show Narcos,
Oh
which
yeah.
is like super important to this. Um, yeah, we don't see the boss. The boss is boss, and so I think the third installment should have been a Netflix series as opposed to the abortion that it was. Um, yeah, so a series on the third installment, which involved Colombia and Mexico and all that would have been good. Yeah,
Lambert, what's your second idea?
I would have canceled the third movie
No,
altogether.
still canceling the third movie.
Yep.
Um, Bucho's boss tries to find Elle, because that's what they refer to him as, and tries to get him to work for him because he did such a good job removing Bucho and doing, like, talent recognizes talent.
Hmm.
Tries to convince him to take over the operation, and kidnaps Carolina and tries to use her as leverage for him to start working for him. Well, then that doesn't go well. And then he has to call in more friends, and then he goes on a rampage, and then he eliminates the entire cartel this time. Like, cuts the
Apparently,
head off the snake.
apparently it was a 7-piece band.
Yes. Cuts the head off the snake.
Where's the trombone?
What's the drummer doing? The drummer is just like fucking
Where's
shooting.
the
I need a
drummer?
drummer.
Yeah.
I need a bassist. I need a tambourine player. I need a lead singer. I
Yeah.
mean, or a
Oh, the
backup singer.
tambourine, yeah. And the
Yeah.
fuck the
Give me,
the hi-hats are fucking like throwing stars. Like
give me a whole drum kit. God knows what
Well
those things are
done.
gonna do.
Well done.
that's fucking amazing. Yeah, it'd be incredible.
So those are my two ideas.
No, I agree. I think that there need to be like a background about Bucho and El Mariachi and like the family dynamic and what happened there. But then also like the sequel, they just jump ahead and like, yeah, Carolina's dead, and like it just there's a giant gap. And if that's where you end, that's fine. But there's a giant gap though. I would have loved to have
Yep.
seen. And yeah, you better believe at that point, if El Mariachi is like so hell bent on revenge, I would assume at a certain point he's like, well, now you fucked over my brother too and made him this bad guy. I'm coming for you, head honcho. Like that's the natural
No,
progression.
and I think the head honcho is going to come for him because he screwed with his business.
That's
Which
fine,
That's
but
my
but,
point.
but I think
creates
he wants to go for him as well, though. Like that, I mean, that's the thing is he wants to find out. I think he would want to go
Oh,
try.
so it's a regular like Drax thing. It's like, oh, he was just working for Thanos. That's
I
the guy I
just
really need to kill.
Thanos, the guy, really exactly, 100%. Yes, yeah.
yeah. You can have your pick your metaphor. It was not satisfied.
Nerd facts. So these are random facts that I found on the internet, and we can take turns going around the room and sharing a few of them. We only got about 10, so I'll start, and then Lambert can go, and then Pascal, you can go. The movie was originally entitled El Pistolero, which means the gunman. I'm sure I said that perfectly.
Actually, it was done really well.
That was good. That was good
That was good.
pronunciation.
That was
To
actually
be
really
consistent with the first film, El Mariachi, which was in 1992, it was changed at the request of the studio. In Mexico, it was released as Pistolero.
good. As well as it should have been.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well done.
Due to the film's relatively low budget, the same stuntmen were used throughout the entire movie. David Alvarado, Julian Bucchio, and Stephen M. Davidson.
Dude, Antonio Banderas performed all his own guitar work, including Canción del Mariachi during the opening credits, which was amazing.
That's a great song.
Yeah, underrated
That's
song.
a
I do
fucking
love that
awesome
song,
song.
yeah.
Los Lobos. Yeah, he did
Yes.
his own work.
So good. So good.
Yeah, done.
During the production of the film, Robert Rodriguez and actor Danny Trejo discovered they're second cousins.
Which is also very realistic if you talk to my wife.
Dan.
The bar in the beginning of the film where Steve Buscemi and Cheech Marin talk is an actual bar in Acuña, Mexico called the Corona Club. The bar is a lot cleaner and bigger in reality, but it's like walking right into the movie. There also have been quite a few pictures of the cast and crew on the wall.
Which, by the way, if you go to the meatpacking district in New York, you go to Hogs and Heifers, which is the original for Coyote Ugly, also the same. Amazing.
Nice.
Can't you see we're fucking close?
Dude, go to Hogs and Heifers in meatpacking district in New York. I recommend it.
All right.
Anyway, for most of the killings they used in guns, the essentially fired fake blood at the characters instead of squibs. This unfortunately caused too realistic of an effect, resulting in them having to edit out much of the deaths and the censors.
No, we talked about that.
It's actually pretty funny, yeah, which caused me to overinflate my numbers in the deaths. But yeah,
well, yeah, and even like the hand when he shoots El Mariachi's hand, it's clearly they're shooting fucking something at his hand to make it look like he was.
Which is one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Go on.
I don't know if I believe this or not, but it'd be interesting if it actually was true. Raul Julia was originally cast as Bucho, but died before filming.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Like his last known film was Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Fuck. I wish
this would have been way better.
I wish you would have done Bucho. After Addams Family. Fuck.
There's a new Street Fighter coming out, Pascal. Are you excited about that?
I am actually excited about it. And I hope you invite me for that one.
Well, I think when that movie comes out, we'll do a Street Fighter rewatch
Shameless.
of the original Street Fighter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. We kind of touched on this, but though Quentin Tarantino was originally cast in the movie, the character he plays was based on him. Steve Buscemi was originally cast in the role, but when Tarantino expressed an interest, he was immediately given the part of the quote pickup guy.
No, and then Robert Rodriguez wrote a different role for Buscemi and called him Buscemi.
Love it.
Yeah. Which goes to show you, like, he was necessary for this film.
He absolutely was.
It's stealing this fucking scene, man. Yeah. Robert Rodriguez had originally written a rock version of the song Malagueña Salerosa into the screenplay. It would later be performed as Chingon band during the credits of the Kill Bill. By the way, this is like poetic justice because this song is amazing. The rock version was a fucking amazing. And I'm glad they brought it back in a film he was not necessarily involved in, but yeah. Nerd fact. Love it. and by the way, there's other versions. There's like 10 other versions that are amazing of that rock version of the Malagueña Salerosa. Check it out.
The scenes with Steve Buscemi and Cheech Marin had to be shot quickly because they could only afford Buscemi for 7 days and Cheech for 6. So that's the last. That's the last fact. Any nerd thoughts?
Pascal. Favorite song on the soundtrack?
Oh fuck, man! Carlos Santana was in it. Malagueña Salerosa was supposed to be in it, and it wasn't. No. I mean, I could nerd out for hours on end on this one, but.
So the only question I had is what decade is this supposed to take place in? Only because at one point they're in Mexico and there is a horse carrying like drawing a taxi cab, and I was like, what year is this? This is supposed to be 95 or is this 75? I don't know.
No, I think it's 95.
Well, there's an 18.
Guy's talking on Bucho's talking on a cell phone. What's
right.
the phone? What's the number to the fucking phone in my car?
Bro,
just that horse-drawn taxi cab. I was like, what? Okay, all right.
All I gotta say is, have you been to Mexico, Lily? Man, like you could do all of these, all of these.
Really?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only go to Playa del Carmen and Cabo. I don't.
Okay. If you go to the little pueblos and like little cities and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all realistic.
That's what's to be expected.
Everything. Yep.
Well, listen, Final thoughts. Like last things we want to think about as far as like sharing with this movie. I'll start, and I just think this is it's such an incredible movie as far as like awesome action scenes, ridiculous premise, breakout moments for like some of the biggest stars in the 90s and 2000s, Antonio Banderas and Selma Hayek. And like, I don't know, like if you haven't seen this movie, like what the fuck you doing with yourself? Go watch it immediately. Pascal, what do you think?
I think like you should be inviting this Peruvian guy to your podcast like much more often because he's like full of really good thoughts and amazing insight. Uh,
Obviously.
Obviously,
And
otherwise, like
deep cuts for
deep
days.
cuts for days, man. Yeah, you want to you want to invite this guy over more often. Yeah,
I mean, if you want to watch a guy jump at another man, and then he catches him with his feet, and then he pushes him away, and then he empties two entire clips
Yeah,
into him,
yeah.
you need to watch this movie.
yeah. I'm just a dude playing another dude dressed as another dude.
Because, yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great soundtrack.
I think it's maybe something we haven't talked about enough is that like the scenes are incredible. It just seems cooler than most movies you watch at this time, and the soundtrack has a lot to do with that. And all the characters, like
Absolutely.
it's fun to watch movies like this because you see movies, the characters in this movie or actors and actresses in this movie, and now you flash forward 30 years and you're like, holy fuck, like that was the beginning of like their epic career, and now here we are. I don't know, it's a movie that everyone should watch, and it's a classic, and I feel like it's not spoken about enough. So, um, yeah, thanks for talking about this movie with me. Like this has been pretty awesome. 30 years.
30 years. 30 years. God, we're old.
So Nerd
Anyways.
Outreach, let's do some thank yous. Lambert, you start. Any thank yous?
Well, thank you for our esteemed guest, Mr. Pascal J. Gonzalez, for joining us, taking time out of his busy schedule for joining us, talking
Yeah,
about a great movie.
yeah, Fat Cat. What do you got?
Dude, thanks for thinking of me. I know you guys have a lot of other Hispanic friends to like work some deep dives into, but I appreciate it.
Well, you're our favorite. We also don't have a lot, so
You are our favorite.
so
Bottom of the barrel, baby.
you're up. I want to thank, of course, Lambert. Thank you for being an incredible co-host. Pascal for being an incredible friend and for joining us. I do want to shout out two people. Melissa Schneeberger, who used to be Melissa Flavin. Her and I have been emailing, and she talks about how much she loves listening to our episodes. So I want to make sure I
How
shout.
is Michigan doing? That's what I want to know from Melissa.
She's well.
Yeah, not good.
Let's
It's not
not
great.
talk
Let's
Great,
not talk about that.
great.
Jesus, God, already get to the shit talking. Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, she's going to be on an episode in the future. I also want to shout out my
Is she really what
cousin.
you want to talk about? I'm curious.
I don't know yet. She's gonna let me. She's gonna let me know.
9 day. Apparently, that's
Let's
That's
not
just
go there.
let's talk about.
We'll cover that when she comes on. There'll be some banter back and forth. It's fine.
Melissa, I'm sorry. I was trying to shout you out.
I love I love Melissa, but
Melissa's great.
Melissa's great, but Michigan, I want to know.
It's just
Oh,
it's
okay.
awkward. It's an awkward
Okay.
time.
Okay, clowns. I'm also going to shout out my cousin Tony Vitali, who listens to this show as well, and just let me know that last weekend. So, shout out to you guys. Promos. We're on all the socials. We can listen to us wherever podcasts are found. We're also on YouTube if you want to watch our Nerd Bites and Nerd Takes episodes. I'm not sure we have a new episode planned yet, but we have some pretty cool things. And think about 2026 and anniversary films that came out in 2001, 2000 or 1996, 1991. There's some fucking bangers.
1986,
There's
Lots of bangers.
1976.
81 when I was born and Lambert was born. Pascal, you're old. You were born
You're old.
way before us. So
Yeah, but think about 1994. My wife, she'll talk about 1994 films.
okay.
You got some time for that.
Yeah.
The math
That's
doesn't
an
math,
off year.
math
94
doesn't-
would have been last year,
Yeah,
not
the
this
math
year.
doesn't math.
But next time.
We'll talk about that in 4 years. Pascal, thanks for joining us. We love
Yes,
you.
buddy.
Love you guys.
All right. Well, until next time. We'll see you.
See you.
Bye-bye. You don't have to log out, Pascal. We're still here. That was just the end of
I'm
the
still
episode.
here.
We are still here.
I assumed you were going to try and end the meeting because
It's your show, man. I can't log off.
Can't end it by host. Don't worry.
I
You're
know.
just going to be
And
like,
I'm not the host.
No, he looked down trying to. That's for sure.
he was like, how come
I
this
was
button
not.
doesn't work?
I was
"What the
not.
fuck? I can't end the meeting."
I was not.
This is bullshit.
My hands are right here.
No, what you should be saying is, shit. What the hell is the movie with Tom Cruise?
Rebecca De Mornay and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's what the.
That's a new one for me, man.
That's a new one for me. I didn't.
No. You guys have seen this for sure. I'm gonna edit this out so I don't sound as fucking stupid as I am right now. And I can't.
Oh
think
no, let's keep it in.
the name of
Please.
it. No,
Yeah, it's a blooper.
no, it's not a blooper. It's a mind fart right now, and I want to like think of it before I actually see it. But the movie is called Risky Business. Fucking what an idiot.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Rebecca
okay.
De Mornay.
Risky business. There you go.
Yeah.
I blanked out on Rebecca De Mornay. I was
She's
so
so-
busy thinking about Tom Cruise and his tidy whities.
You should be thinking of Rebecca De Mornay, not in her tiny way.
I should. But you're right. Wow, what a miss.
All right.
That's a swing and a miss, man. And you should definitely keep that in.
Yeah,
Well,
keep it.
well, I won't.
I think so. I mean, I there's a couple things that I think I always mess up, and every time I mess them up, you guys are like, we'll just do it. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I got some notes. I got some notes done, and Daniela was actually making fun of me. She's like, "Are you taking notes?" I'm like, "Yeah, take this seriously, man. I get invited like once every couple of years. I gotta do it right."
We don't fuck around.
To be clear, you can come on as often as you want.
No, I know, but I like, I'm honored when you guys ask. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I love it.
Well, we thought this would be an appropriate one for you.
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
No, just because I know you like this movie, and
No, that must be it.
that was not a racist comment.
Got nothing to do with your heritage.
No, it'd be racist if you didn't say it.
But you are our favorite Hispanic person, that's for sure.
There you go.
Latinx. What do you call yourself?
I do not.
Yeah.
I do not use that term.
Peruvian.
Peruvian. Let's just call you that.
What the fuck you say? It's like hell no.
Just say.
Oh, Gavin.
This is all the cutscene. Our racism.
I love it.
That's awesome. No, I'm not. No, I Latino. That's
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Love that it tells me that this meeting is being recorded. FYI.
Well, I was gonna say, so Lambert knows this, but make sure it always says that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We've gotten like 20 minutes in, and then it's like, fuck, we weren't recording. Shit. How are we gonna recreate? How are we gonna recreate all that content? It was gold.
Get to your second or third pour, you sometimes forget to hit that button.
Yeah.